You're interested in comparing the proportions of male and female high school students in Wisconsin who always wear seatbelts. In a random sample of 712 males, 615 say they always use seatbelts. In a random sample of 641 females, 578 always use seatbelts. We want a 95% confidence interval for the difference in the proportion of male and female high school students who would always wear seatbelts. And then based on our interval, we can conclude something about the two population proportions by comparing them. So to start off with, we need to get our two sample proportions. For the group of the males, we have 615 out of 712. We'll call that group 1. So P1 hat is 615 divided by 712, which is equal to 0.8638 if we keep 4 digits. For the females, we'll call that group 2. We have 578 out of 641, which is equal to 0.9017. So our confidence interval for P1 minus P2, that's what we want to try to estimate, looks like a difference in our sample values, 0.8638 minus 0.9017. And now we add or subtract our margin of error. If we're doing a 95% interval, we use a z of 1.96. And then what we get for our standard error is each p hat times 1 minus p hat over the sample size, and we'll add those together. So we get 0.8638 times 1 minus 0.8638 over the sample size, which is 712 for group 1. For group 2, the females, 0.9017 times 1 minus 0.9017 over the sample size for the females, which is 641. So to simplify this a little bit, what you'll end up getting is negative 0.0379 plus or minus 1.96 times 0.0174, which gives us an interval with a lower bound of negative 0.072 and an upper bound of negative 0.0038. So the difference in proportions P1 minus P2 is expected to fall in this range. Now we can compare the proportions by looking at this interval and seeing that all the numbers in the interval are negative. So what we can get from that is that what we're trying to capture, P1 minus P2, is going to be a negative quantity or less than 0. And if P1 minus P2 is less than 0, that's the same as saying that P1 is less than P2. So at the level we've done this interval at the 95% level, what we're saying is that P1 is less than P2, or in words, the population proportion of males wearing seatbelts, which was group 1, is lower than females. And it's important that we're stating which level we've came to this conclusion at, here at the 95% level, because if we were to change our confidence level, we would change the z-value, which would change our resulting interval, and it might result in a different conclusion. So here at this level, what we're able to say is, since our interval is all negative, that P1 is less than P2, or that if we were looking at the whole population, the proportion for males wearing seatbelts would be lower than that for females.